Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome back to Megaman X! Don't talk back. Megaman X in the final stage of Sigma's Fortress. Let's split up. I'll go in first, and then you can slip in while I keep the main defense force busy. So, off Zero goes to keep the defense force busy, and meanwhile we get to witness the Hadouken. Pretty much a one-hit kill against enemies, and would you believe, bosses as well. Use a Hadouken, and yeah, it's basically your special weapon for one-hit kill, but it does have a caveat: you need to be at full health in order to use it, and as you're going to be seeing quite soon, if bosses have invincibility frames on, then your Hadouken ain't doing shit. Well, you know what, you'll see as we go on, but in the meantime though, yeah, in a similar vein to the Dr. Wily stages of games of old, Sigma's fortresses pretty much have all of what you expect from, Mega Man Classic, really. Although in a bit of a callback to Mega Man 1, it doesn't have the traditional, here's a room and a bunch of capsules, do boss rush, go now, but rather in a similar vein to, well, the first Mega Man game, they pretty much just have, a lot of returning Mavericks pretty much interspersed all throughout, so, there are positives to Sigma's Fortress, apart from some bullshit that is... Actually, I'd pretty much say the worst of it is pretty much right up here. So, precision platforming. Equip your homing torpedo, and I can't stress this enough. Equip your homing torpedo, and be patient, be careful. Again, you see those little annoying helicopter fuckers pretty much fucking with you every which way and sideways? Yeah, that's what you use the homing torpedo for. Use that, it'll pretty much auto-track them, and take them out before they have a chance to hit you. Now, when you're at this point right here, I cannot stress enough, patience, and then dash jump. Okay, there. Ugh, God, I hate this fucking sequence. I fucking hate it to death. If you're skilled enough with dash jumping, you can technically jump across the cliff when you hit to a certain point, but, yeah, honestly, that's one of the worst, it's honestly the worst part of the stage for me, and, yeah, believe it or not, that was actually, the only time I've ever actually been able to first try that little platforming segment without getting numerous amounts of, fucking deaths. Ugh. Yeah, and again, it's fitting, like, I mean, I succeed, first try, the most arduous part of the stage for me, but then when it comes to trying to Hadouken some of the bosses, oh boy, my luck is shit! And so I can't really, again, you'll pretty much have to end up taking my word for it about, Hadouken pretty much one-shotting bosses, but again, if you see pretty much any other competently made Mega Man X playthrough, I guarantee you'll pretty much see the fruits of what a Hadouken can do, and if you're pretty good with your button inputs, well... yeah, you'll pretty much see that in and of yourself. But yeah, farming for weapon energy. I do apologize for wasting time here, because it's time we could be using to, I don't know, accomplish more of the stage, but, in any case, nothing's really biting, and eventually I'm pretty sure I just say fuck it. Oh well, we got some weapon energy for, the homing torpedoes, so... grateful for small mercies, I suppose. Don't really have too... It's weird when you're trying to balance out some commentary things, because I do have things to say, but it's just a matter of whether or not I have enough time, which I could have potentially thought of if I thought of it in the second that I was doing some energy farming, but, whoop-de-doodle. I guess we'll have to take out our anger on those chicken walkers. After all, why use your scrawny legs like an idiot when you can take a chicken walker? But sadly, there are no chicken walkers for us, and yes, the Hadouken can even penetrate their chicken legs, as is the case of anything with Vile and Zero. Stay back, X. I'll take him on. Oh yeah, it's Zero, and he's about to be doing what he does best. Getting his shit rocked and, getting killed. You right there, Zero? Are you winning? All those implied sound effects of a Tom and Jerry cartoon can only mean good things. X is a common Zero! Oh. X, do what I tell you, or he's history. Don't listen to him, X. Go ahead and blast him! Dream on, Zero. X knows he can't defeat me. My armored carrier is more than a match for his ancient weapons. So yeah, in this case, it's basically another round of Vava going no, you can't hit us in his right armor. So yeah, basically it's just another round of getting your shit rocked before cutscenes happen. And yeah, guess what? We still have it. Yeah, overused trivia of the Mega Man X series, but yeah, Zero was initially meant to be the main character of the Mega Man X series in terms of the actual character design and I believe also technically the character himself maybe, but yeah, again, Capcom gave a little bit of a what the fuck to Keiji Inafune, wondering, well, hang on, why the hell isn't there a character that looks like Mega Man? Or if this is meant to be Mega Man, why doesn't it look closer towards his classic design? So, hence we got the creation of X and a design that looks, well, pretty much like what you see now. A design closer to classic Mega Man. But yeah, I kind of fathom that this is where they got the whole sort of like, oh, well, I mean, if Zero wasn't going to be X anymore, then I guess he might as well have been, the final creation of Dr. Wily, as X was of Dr. Light, so that's pretty much where we have everything else done. I'll kill you, Vava. I'll shoot you in the dick. Oh dear, okay, now hold on a second. ADHD, OCD, okay, to pick you up from there, put you back over there. Okay, and now we can begin. Maybe, but I'm not through yet. What a worthless gesture. I can't be defeated so easily. So X, it's just you and me now. What the? Where did that energy come from? It really doesn't matter how much energy you absorb, X. You are still far too weak. Prepare to be terminated. I do kind of wish I had a bit better of a voice to use for Vava, but yeah, that's pretty much all I can do with my natural speaking voice, albeit with a bit more growl to it. Yeah, in any case though, in terms of what Viola's weak towards, it's actually his pattern's kind of similar to what it was in X3 really, so not really too much to say apart from how he doesn't utilize the fire wave really. Again, he does have that little like energy charge to pretty much trap you, but yeah, I kind of forgot what his weakness was, so I'm kind of just yeah, floundering about a little bit. I think it is yeah, it is the rolling shield, so yeah, a little bit bizarre, but Armored Armadillo, he helped me in the end by taking out Vava, him and his Boba Fett looking ass. But now we shall claim victory. No, it shall be Buster versus Buster, as it was meant to be. Although, speaking of which, as we destroy Vava right here, there is actually an unused sprite with him using a traditional, like a Buster weapon akin to what X and Zero had in the game, but yeah, it goes unused for some reason. I guess probably because of the giant fuck-off cannon that he has on his shoulder, but neither here nor there in this case. X, I've taken too much damage. Auto repair systems can't handle it. My power is fading fast. Your power is greater than I thought. Maybe you can destroy Sigma. You know what, again, as simple as the story as it is very somber to see Zero pretty much sacrifice himself for X's benefit, and I mean, again, in a series that's mostly defined by the very cheerless sort of, why do Ramplines have to fight? Again, it does have a sense of loss, because, I mean, you lost who was practically your older brother figure, pretty much being taken out, in this war, of robots versus humans. Something that would unfortunately become a little bit less, somber and melancholic whenever you see the X series constantly, oh no, Zero was dead, and now he's back, he's dead, and now he's back, and then he's dead again, and then he died for real in Mega Man 04. Somewhat, depending on whether or not you count his spirit residing in the biometals, or at the very least his data residing in the Zero biometal. I don't fucking know. Mega Man is a very bizarre series, but yeah, all that aside though, Zero's sacrifice does actually hold a bit of poignancy in this one compared to Well, I mean, X5, kind of, but, I mean, it does kind of undercut it in Megaman X2, and again, I'm gonna spoil things here, is that, yeah, you can potentially fulfill a side quest where you pretty much reclaim Zero's parts, and, you know, the true ending of the game pretty much has you fix him back up, and, you know, he's back in X3 and X4, then he dies in X5, then he comes back in X6 after he hid himself to repair himself, and then, he continues to live in the X series, and then he died in the Zero series, sort of lived on as a biometal in the ZX series, and, it's pretty much fucking persona non grata in the Legends series. But yeah, in any case, again, if I don't have anything new to show off with any of the other, you know, recurring Maverick boss fights, you know, in typical boss rush Capcom tradition, I am pretty much going to be skipping over them, as was the case with Boomer Kuwanger. But yeah, putting all that aside though, we're just continuing on our merry way. Oh, dearie me, those helicopter fuckers. Whew. And yeah, I am pretty much cutting down my farming for weapon energy, because I think you guys have probably seen more than enough of that in the last 3 parts, which, again, I mean, I'm not just trying to, you know, extend the runtime just to keep buttocks and seats, mind you. It's, yeah, it's just gonna be a wee bit pish in some aspects. But again, as I mentioned, it is entirely possible for you to, I don't want to say Hadouken all the bosses, but a fair majority of them. I tried to do so here with the Bow Spider right here, but unfortunately, it was not meant to be. Well, mainly because I accidentally ended up running into it like a fucking dumbass, but yeah, that's, it's kinda no bueno. But yeah, some of them you're either not really in a position to do the Hadouken, either because you don't have full health, or because you're standing in a precarious platform area where you can't reach its hitbox, or otherwise you're standing in a position where, well, you know, it just doesn't really give you the opportunity. I mean, I haven't seen anybody, to my knowledge, Hadouken, you know, the final boss with, you know, Sigma, so yeah, it's kind of a wee bit pish, but yeah, if you want to know what Bow Spider's weakness is, which I kind of got up until now, yeah, it's Shotgun Ice. Spiders plus ice equals sad face, so yeah, because of the little web platforms that this thing summons up, it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass to see which direction it sort of clambers down, which does give a lot of, you know, players the business, but yeah, given some of the splashback damage, it is entirely possible for the Shotgun Ice to at least get some reflect damage on the thing, but yeah, you can only really hit it when it exposes its little eye in the center of its abdomen, so yeah, Bow Spider, not too bad if you have the weakness to it, but otherwise it's, not exactly the most exciting of boss fights. Sort of reminds me of that one boss fight from Sonic Mania, actually, where you had, like, that upside-down Eggman Sprite Motron thingy, and you had to sort of, like, hit it into spikes. I mean, it is nothing like that, really, but I mean, it's just a sort of weird little pattern that's going down that it's sort of, giving me vibes of that. Kerblamo. Come down, Bow Spider. Itzel Speedor up the Phantom Spout. A tissue, T-Virus drowns, whatever. Capcom jokes! Yeah! And yeah, you pretty much return to the main menu where you select, you know, the Sigma stage from the menu with a little Sigma icon. And from there you pretty much go throughout several different stages. And again, in similar vein to, you know, Dr. Wily's castles, yeah, they're divided up into several stages, boss rushes, whatever. It's Mega Man tradition at this point. Although, thankfully, they don't do the disappearing block shit, so thankful for small mercies, I suppose. And this is just me trying to refill my subtext. I need to cut this fucking shit out. But, I'm already recording right now and I'm too lazy. Yes, indeed, too lazy to just stop recording, edit this little section out. Whatever. You know, it's Christmas, eh? I think I deserve a, wee bit of respite every now and again on this Yuletide season. Go away, Mega Man. For everlasting peace that you never receive. In either continuity, really, because, I mean, even in the Battle Network timeline, I mean, even as early as Battle Network 1, you still had, that version's, Dr. Wily, you know, still fucking shit up, except this time using, you know, a lot of internet-based technologies that are far more relevant these days than they ever would have been, you know, back when the games were released in, like, 2003 or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I've been in a bit of a Mega mood recently, because I've been actually going back through a couple of Mega Man games of my choosing. Again, I previously mentioned X3, and, you know, Battle Network was another one of those, and... Again, I didn't really notice this at the time, because mainly when I first played Battle Network, the, you know, technology wasn't quite as, well, I guess wasn't quite as, you know, up to par as it is these days, but, you know, the whole idea of, like, something in the Mega Man Battle Network series, like, you know, traffic lights being controlled by, you know, an artificial intelligence system, you know, even, smart appliances, which, you know, are very much things these days, you know, going completely haywire and causing fires is, again, it's a little bit more frightening than, you know, than I think the game really intended. I mean, I'm sure Battle Network got away with it because it was so far in the future that it was a mere pipe dream, but I mean, even in that case, that's, yeah, it's crazy. That fucking icicle, damn you! You stopped my Hadouken! Yes, we're having some flame-grilled penguin tonight. Whack, 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 whack! So yeah, here comes the main crux of this part of the commentary. Skully fails to Hadouken bosses and show it off. I really wanted to show it off to at least show that it can be done, but again, there are two things that you really need to watch out for. Again, the first of which is that you need to be at full health in order to use the Hadouken. Again, unless I'm misremembering Street Fighter, I don't recall that being a condition for Ryu, but so why exactly does Mega Man get completely fucking screwed when it comes to that? Whatever. And even in that case, like, I mean, you gotta make sure that you do the Hadouken when enemies don't have invincibility frames, so... I don't really understand why that's a fucking stipulation with the invincibility frame shit, but... whatever. I mean, again, it's a fair trade-off for having such an overpowered move, it's just that I'm angry I can't do it as good or as other people can, and it makes me sad. It just makes me want to fight rap lines. Come on, helicopter fuckers, get out of my way. We all know what Maverick you're guarding now. Get out of our way. The end is in sight. Delicious. By the way, I'm also keeping track of the times of day, so was it meant to be implied that we tackled Sigma's Fortress in the morning and now it's midday? Yeah, because I seem to whatever, you'll see it as we go on, but maybe this is just me sort of misremembering things here. But then again, this could just as easily be like SNES asset saving by reusing parts of Storm Eagle's arena with the assets they already had on hand. Just the difference maker being with these very basic sort of platforms. In any case, I'm absolutely fucking positive that I managed to, you know, properly Hadouken, you know, Storm Eagle. But again, as you're going to be seeing, like, I mean, again, you either get blown off screen and can't use your Hadouken effectively, or instead, like, yeah, you see, I got him right there, but he was in the middle of his invincibility frames, and that fucking shits me. But, yeah, as you're going to be seeing right here, you'll get to see one of his attacks if you don't hit him after a while with his weakness. Yep, he launches out an eggs and pretty much launches his spawnlings at you? I guess he's a Griffin from Devil May Cry before Griffin, I suppose. But yeah, in any case, I tried, but I skipped to the end, and in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have used up a vast majority of my Chameleon Sting on him, but oh yeah, that's neither here nor there in this case, because, yeah, Chameleon Sting is actually necessary for the next boss that we're going to be fighting, that, you're not going to be seeing it, because I did sort of cut it down for time, but I ended up dying a fair few fucking times to, our next, boss encounter for Sigma Stage 2, and, somewhat embarrassingly, really, because I don't usually find myself dying to the boss that often, but, well, that often, if at all, really, so this was kind of a bizarre thing, but then again, was this meant to be a comic trade-off for, you know, my success in doing the platforming sequence that I really hate, like, right at the beginning of Sigma Stage 1? Honestly, I really don't know for certain, but, yes, teleporting? And what we have here is, rang da bang da bang da bon on a bon a bon a bon a rang da bang da bang bang da ring bang bing bang boo boo boo. Basically, the boss's name is Rang da bang da. He's a giant monkey-faced fucker, and, yeah, you can only really hit his eyes when they're showing, and as well as his nose, which pretty much shoot out projectiles and occasionally, sort of dip themselves out towards you. Now, the reason why I'm being very conservative with my ammo is because, well, again, there isn't enough Chameleon Sting to go around for a full hit because of, you know, past attempts, so I failed. And I basically, and it pretty much makes the boss fight a wee bit harder unless, of course, you're really effective at, you know, utilizing, the shotgun ice. But yeah, the other thing you really don't want to find yourself doing is that you don't want to destroy, like, both of the eyes and then find yourself, dangling over a pit of spikes, which, mind you, are instant kills, so, yeah, you kind of need to be on your A game a little bit for this one. Well, I mean, again, I say on your A game, it's not a difficult boss, it's just that, I don't know, the recording curse kicked in and, you know, the Let's Play curses, I believe it's called, it kicked in and I pretty much ended up getting my ass handed to me on a silver platter, so, yes. If you wanted Solidus-Skully's butt cheeks on a silver platter served for your dinner tonight, now's the time! You can have it served well done or medium rare. Either way, rang to the bang to bang, that's eating good tonight, night, night. But yeah, all that aside though, I don't really have too much else to say about rang to the bang bang. I mean, I guess it's just meant to be part of like a computer defense system really, but I don't know, what was really the purpose in anthropomorphizing it? I mean, it's kind of weird really, I mean, I could sort of see the idea of, like, anthropomorphizing some of the robot masters, since, like, you know, making them look human was there to sort of integrate them into human society to some extent, even if they look fantastical. But yeah, you might also be noticing with some of the Reploids, they have a bit more of an animal theme to them, so I'm kind of curious as to why that exactly was. I mean, I guess maybe the Watsonian answer might have been because of, you know, all the shit with, you know, Dr. Wily and his schemes, you know, made people want to dehumanize Reploids and robots by making them more, you know, animalistic or fantastical looking, and, you know, therefore you don't have to give a shit if they're destroyed? I guess it's probably there to put them in stark contrast to, you know, Reploids such as X or whatever else who look a bit more human and therefore have more technical rights, I suppose? Actually, do Reploids even have any rights, or are they just considered property as opposed to people? See, that's what I'm saying right here. Like, I mean, the Mega Man X series has a fair bit of, you know, it has a lot of grounds to explore in terms of story, but does the series capitalize on it? Yeah, mostly no. And now you start to see a lot of Solidus-Skully's problems with it. But that's more for next time, so catch you dudes and dudettes later. Bye-bye.